We will begin today in child's pose and take 3 deep breaths. On the next inhale, slowly wave yourself forward into upward facing dog. Exhale back to child's pose. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale child's pose. Inhale one more time, upward dog. Child's pose, tuck your toes and come into a kneeling position. Inhale, right arm up, bend your head to the right, assisting with your right hand. Release. Bend your head to the left. Release. Inhale both arms up, interlace fingers. Exhale, side bend to the left. Center to the right. Center, left, center, right. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back, slide back bend. Exhale, find rabbit pose, coming to the top of your head. Release. And pause in a kneeling position. And gently transition into your first downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet, halfway lift, forward fold, ragdoll pose. Or palms behind your head. Halfway lift, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, jump to the top of the mat, halfway lift, Padangustasana, catching big toes and folding forward. Inhale, chair pose. Slowly come up to stand. Tadasana. Bring your feet together and lift right knee. Come into a figure 4 shape, palms at your heart. Finding chair pose. Release your right leg and transition into Warrior 3. Left fingertips on the ground, open for half moon. Back to Warrior 3, palms at your heart. Gently touch down for a Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten front leg, reverse your warrior. And transition to Trikonasana. Left palm on the ground, right arm up. Option for a half bind. Or taking your right hand over your head. Transition to low Skandasana on the right. Option to find a full bind here and shift your gaze to the sky. Release and turn to the right, finding pigeon pose, slide back bend. Exhale, folding forward. Option 2, bend your back leg and catch your foot for a quad stretch. Release. Ground your palms. Inhale, knee to chest. Open for fallen triangle. Knee to chest. Transition into wild thing. Back into high plank. Low plank chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, jump forward to your hands, halfway lift. Padangustasana, catching big toes. Pull yourself down. Halfway lift. Slowly coming up to stand. Tadasana. Bring your feet together and lift your left knee. Find in figure 4 shape, palms at your heart. Lower down for a chair pose. Transition into Warrior 3. Right fingertips on the ground, left arm up, open for half moon. Back to Warrior 3, palms at your heart. Slowly touch down for Warrior 2. Straighten front leg, reverse your warrior. And find Trikonasana with your right palm on the ground, left arm up. Option for a half bind, catching your right thigh. Or taking your left arm over your head. Release into a low Skandasana on the left. Option to take a full bind in your low Skandasana and shift your gaze to the sky. Release and turn left for a pigeon pose. Inhale, slide back bend. Exhale, folding forward. Option to bend your back leg and catch your foot for a quad stretch. Release. Ground your palms. Push yourself up, knee to chest, and open for fallen triangle. Knee to chest. Open for wild thing. Higher plank. Move through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Inhale, jump to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Padahastasana, placing palms underneath your soles. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your feet together and find chair pose once again. Palms at your heart and lift your heels. Come into tiptoes. Stay. Gently lower yourself down. Stay on your tiptoes. Release yourself on your back. Cross your right knee over the left and find supine twist to the left. Gazing at your right fingertips or closing your eyes. Back to center. Left knee over the right and twist to the right. Gazing at your left fingertips or closing your eyes. Back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and rock yourself from side to side. Then find Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together and knees wide. Place your right palm on your belly and your left palm on your heart. And bring your attention to your breath. Notice whether it's deep or shallow. Do not try to change it. Simply observe. You may release your hands by your sides. If any thoughts come into your head, notice them and then bring your attention back to your breath. Thank you so much for your presence here with me. Namaste.